Gods Meltdown, and I'm joined by
Sean Peck from like too many bands to name.
I was going to say you're a heavy metal chameleon, aren't you? You really are.
Among other things. I mean, I only have a few skills, and making jokes might be one of them. I don't know. Some people would question that. Other people think I'm hilarious. So we'll find out.
Let's go for it, man. Okay. So Fuel Injected Suicide Machine EP was released way back in February. So is there a Death Dealer album on the way?
Yeah, during the pandemic, I recorded almost probably 100 songs of all the bands, and Stu Marshall, the guitar player from Death Dealer, who's in Australia, him and I would, get on Skyping sessions and write, and we, that's my mother in the background. She's packing, that's all right. She's packing tons of comic books and CDs and vinyls that we're shipping out. And we're here in the Steel Cartel warehouses. And she said that's the last one, so you won't hear much more of that. Anyways, but she works her ass off, so I can't really talk bad about her because she does all the dirty work for all the metalheads out there. But so we wrote a ton of songs, and the fourth album is already done. It's been done for a while.
Wow.
And me and Stu are and Ross, the boss, just love this fourth album. The EP were 4 songs we took from the 5th album and grabbed them out of the 5th album and brought them into the EP. So,
right.
And then we have like probably 30 songs for the 5th album. I mean, we have Death Dealer. You're going to be so sick of Death Dealer. It's just going to be Death Dealer. And we're like, okay, we get it. You got a lot of songs. Like, they're all, especially this next 4th album. Everyone always says that, I'm always skeptical when I put out a new album. Like, I don't know, is it as good as the last one? But this one is really freaking cool. Great songs on it.
That's excellent. I mean, the EP had some fantastic reviews, didn't it, as well? That must have been so pleasing for you. I was going to say about lockdown, a lot of musicians have sort of thrived. Obviously, you have.
Yeah. Well, we were one of the we were touring with the Three Tremors in, first of all, we caught COVID in November of 2019. So we had COVID before it was cool, before people even knew what COVID was. And then we were touring with the Three Tremors in like February, and we were on some big radio stations everything was shutting down like right then. And we're like, no matter what, there could be bodies in the streets. We're not canceling. We will freaking, we can wear an oxygen tanker, so we're not canceling. And then like a day later, we canceled. And then we were one of the first ones, the last one touring. And then we came back in November of 2021 and did a tour. So we were one of the first ones back too. So I probably had the least amount of downtime of any of the heavy metal musicians out there.
Right. Do you have a lot of the artwork from all of your albums scattered around your home, sort of thing?
I do. I've got a wall of fame, some magazine covers and stuff, and that I'm pretty, I always show off and go, it's not a competition. I mean, I'm on the cover of some magazine. It's not a competition, but yeah, you know how I am on album artwork. I'm heavy into the comic book world too, so I'm all about really getting the killer art. I work with Mark Sasso and Dusan Markovic, 2 of the top artists in the world, and we have the cover artwork for Death Dealer 4, and it's a mind blower. Dusan Markovic did this one, and it's like hot chicks with guns and robots and monsters and shit. It's just like everything crammed into one album. It's a good album cover when you show it someone and they go fuck, like the first got to get that first instant reaction. If they just go, yeah, that's cool, but when they go fuck, when they say fuck, right when they see it, you're on it. That's how I judge album artwork.
It's amazing that vinyl's coming back so much as well, isn't it? And of course, that artwork belongs on a 12-inch vinyl. It's awesome. I love that, man.
having a hard time with Three Tremors vinyl. We've been to like 3 different plants. People are still waiting patiently to get the Three Tremors Guardians of the Void vinyl, because we fired the Canadian plant because they're idiots, and then we're on like our 4th one, still trying to get it done. So ordering vinyl, like we have to order the Death Dealer vinyl for the 4th album now in order to get it, you know, so it's ready for next year. It's crazy.
Cool. So we're going to be sick of Death Dealer then. I'm sure we won't be. That sounds good. I hopes to get over. I hopes to get over to Europe, mainland Europe, and is that the same with the Three Tremors as well? Are you hopeful to get over?
Man, we're talking about some festivals. I got to be honest with you. I'm a little soured on doing the club runs, you know, because it's like I can draw the same amount of people here in the United States for how big or small our band is. If there's an opportunity to jump on a tour, maybe. We're doing a West Coast run with the Three Tremors in November, festivals in Mexico and stuff. But I'm not that excited really to go and grind out another European run unless some big opportunity comes up. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an old craggy motherfucker right now.
You're not, man. I can understand that. I mean, the fucking scene in Belgium, mainland Europe, and that is amazing. Where I live up Newcastle upon Tyne, by Newcastle upon Tyne, and it's died a death. It's not what it was. If you're a fucking tribute band, it'll be full. It just gets on my nerves. But yeah, so I go to Belgium, man. If Alcatraz come and knocking on your door or whacking or that, you're gonna have to do it.
Well, Alcatraz is probably my favorite festival. I love that one, man. That's like the best. The way they got it all laid out.
Yeah, man.
We played like second to last with Denner Sherman, I think back in 2017. That was the last time I played it, and it was.
Yes, you did, didn't you? Yeah, I couldn't get over for that one. I remember that. I was booked on to go on that. I couldn't get over, but it's fantastic. The beer's brilliant, the women are beautiful, and the food's cheap, so it's all good. Yeah, you can't go wrong there. Okay, so Kitty down in Mexico in November, aren't you, with Cage as well? I mean, that's going to be amazing. It's still be hot. Well, obviously it's going to be still hot there.
November shouldn't be like crazy. I mean, I just went down there. Ripper ended his solo tour in Tijuana, and I went down there. Me and Sean Elge, the drummer for Cage, the Three Tremors, and KK's Priest, and now he's been playing with Ross the Boss at all these festivals. That dude owes me his career, dude. I got him hooked up with all these killer gigs. You know, he's like a rock star. Like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I was looking at your Facebook. I see you said you've got 24 of his albums or something. So you're a bit of a fan.
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't me. That was another guy. But yeah.
Oh, was it?
You know, I am a Ripper fan. But anyways, we went down to TJ, and I got up and sang a song, and it was cool, man. It was packed. So he does well in Mexico, and Cage used to play Mexico all the time, and I got mobbed for photos. There's a lot of old friends that I saw down there. So it'll be cool to go down there. Great lineup, 2-day festival, you know, big stages. And then we're also doing kind of, some of those bands are playing in LA in a place that would be, you know, Grim Reaper, Tremors, Ripper Solo, Riot, Big. Bunch of bands. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I was looking at it, so I'll put my Euro Millions ticket on tonight. So if I win it, I'm moving over to Mexico. Definitely. Okay, I see that you saw Hellsot as well. Are you a big fan of theirs?
Well, I'm friends with all those guys. I mean, they're from San Diego, and we see them at every show that we go to, and we hang out. And Eric helps with the Bakken metal battle in the U.S., so I judged a couple of those. Right. And when they played, you know, my guitar player Casey Trask, his band Monarch, the thrash band, won the USA one a couple years back, and so I went over. We had a Tremors festival the next day, which was kind of cool. So I hung out with them at Bakken, and I filmed Eric's band. Hellsot got to play at the stage, and it was a trip, man. It started raining right then and lightning. I got a really cool video of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, they're cool, and they're hard workers, and much respect.
Yeah, I really like them. So going to Cage, have you got an album due for them then? Is there going to be a new Cage album?
Yeah, we have a ton of songs finished. So many songs, but I'm just not sure. I'm not happy with it yet, man. I'm just like,
right.
I guess I'm probably too picky, but I'm just like, they're good, but I don't know if it's I don't know. I'm just not satisfied. I want to write another 4, 5, or 6 more and really make it amazing. We got some cool ideas for the album. We have some really good songs. But I like I said, I think we need to get in and grind a few more out and to make it, worthy. That's another one. Like, I was worried when Ancient Evil came out. I was like, man, it's good, but I don't know if the reaction to that was amazing. And I was like,
oh, that album. Yeah.
I guess I was a little over worried about it because that went over really well. So yeah, more work needs to be done, but there's a Cage album coming.
I've got to stop saying I love that album, I love that band. I was working with someone the other day, and I've only just met him, and he's like, he's a metalhead. And every band he was saying, oh yeah, I was like, I love them, yeah, love them, love them, love that. I can't stop saying I love that. But yeah, that is a fantastic album. Okay, so I want you to be honest here. Can you tell me the most outrageous thing you've ever done in the name of rock and roll?
The most outrageous thing I've ever done, man. That's when you put me on the spot. It's hard to think about. You want to say I sold my soul for rock and roll, but I didn't. I sold my soul to Jesus. I'm a Jesus guy. So no, I don't know what. That's a fucking tough one. Outrageous thing. Usually they go, "What's the most outrageous thing that ever happened on stage or whatever?" But what I've done in the name of rock and roll, robbed a liquor store, probably. I think that's probably the one. But at gunpoint.
What?
No, just kidding. I never robbed a liquor store, but that would have been pretty metal.
It would have been.
Just to get some whiskey. I don't know. And let's go to the next question. I can't really think of anything.
All right, man. Okay, then. This is about, so if you were transported into a dystopian future, which 3 famous people would you take with you and why?
Let's see. Thomas Jefferson. Because he'd probably be pretty fascinating. Probably William Shatner, who played Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
He's just a freaking cool dude.
Yeah, man.
I'll hang with it. And then probably Stan Lee from Marvel Comics. I think Jefferson, Stan Lee, and William Shatner. I think that'd be a cool scene.
I had a feeling you were going to say Stan Lee. Okay, then. Just had this little feeling. If you were a musical instrument, what would you be?
I'd probably be a flute because people would put their lips on me now.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. That was courtesy of my Belgian friend. She's always asking bands that. Okay. So what was the last album you listened to?
Oh, so I'd be a harp so I could get fingered all the time, now, wouldn't it? All right, go ahead. What's next?
What was the last album you listened to?
Last album I listened to was I think I was listening to Defenders of the Faith the other day, but I think the last one was Sabotage Hall of the Mountain King. I did a whole nother run through of that one, which is an all-time great heavy metal record.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, I still play that. Actually, I was listening to Black Sabbath earlier, but yeah, Not Forbidden. That's a terrible album.
My favorite Priest album is Defenders, though, hands down. I think that's the one that does it for me.
Absolutely, man. Okay, so can you give me 4 words to describe Sean Peck?
Brilliant, sexy, humble, and reserved.
Right. Okay. All right. So it's now 5 questions. So it's either or either. The first one is vinyl or digital.
Digital.
Okay. I'm surprised with that. Okay.
Digital as far as a CD, not digital as far as fucking straight Spotify.
I was going to ask you, actually, I'm going to, before I continue, I'm so pleased you said that about Spotify. I hate Spotify. I just detest it. Don't use it. I get really annoyed when people say, oh, it's on Spotify. Well, yeah, and. Okay, so the next one is pizza or beer?
Ooh, shit. You gotta, if you're a metalhead, you gotta say beer. I mean, come on.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah, pretty much mandatory.
I'm talking about beer. Death Dealer ever going to do their own brand of beer or whiskey or something like that?
Stu wanted to do hot sauce, and I'm like, you know, not that I can't get too excited about hot sauce. A beer would be cool though. I mean, that's something to think about. I mean, that's like literally the only thing I haven't done yet is my own. I've done socks, shirts, friggin' keychains. I mean, everything else. But beer is still. We still might do that. That's a good idea.
That'd be good. Okay, so festival or small intimate gig?
I like the small intimate gigs, man. I mean, I've had probably more fun at the small or medium sized shows than the, I like Vakken, like it's not even in my top 10 shows that, when we played that. Okay. So some of the ones one of the ones I remember most was like 20 people in Poland. That was just fucking amazing, I remember playing where only 2 people showed up, and the 2 people that showed up had like everything Cage ever bought.
Really?
And they go, we understand if you don't want to play, man. It's cool. And you go, you know what? We're fucking here, and we played, and those 2 people lost their fucking minds. And
I bet. Yeah. I bet that made their day, their year, their lives. Okay, so next one, saint or sinner?
Saint.
Okay. I believe you. All right. And the final one, Joe Biden or Kermit the Frog?
I mean, we know Kermit the Frog would do a hell of a better job than what's going on right now. I mean, Kermit the Frog could have just done nothing and everything would have been fine. I mean, it was all set up. Everything was fine. And then this dude gets in and the whole world's a fucking shit show. It's insane. And he's not even, you can't even blame him. It's all the fucking idiots that are with him pulling the strings. He's just he doesn't even know what's going on. But, what can he do?
Yeah, well, I want to thank you so much for your time. It's been awesome chatting to you. Hopefully you do get over to Europe. If not, if I win the lottery, I'll be moving to Mexico. Definitely. Hot food, senoritas, can't go wrong. Right. So, do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners?
Well, everybody remember that we don't put our albums out on Spotify. Only the songs that come out on music video go to Spotify. If you want to hear the EP of Death Dealer or some of the albums are on Spotify, but moving forward, if you want to hear Guardians of the Void, Three Tremors album, you need to support heavy metal and buy the physical product. And luckily, our fans have done that. They want to collect stuff. And so it's been good. And thanks for having me on. It was fun.
That's good, man. Thank you so much.